My name is Oliver Caldwell, and this is my partner, Susan Snyder, and we are the directors of Caldwell Snyder Gallery, located in San Francisco, St. Helena in the heart of the Napa Valley, and now our newest gallery is in Montecito, which is actually our 10th gallery after almost 40 years. And we're very excited about this presentation to you of our 5 leading female artists that Susan would like to introduce to you.
Yes, I'm so pleased to introduce 5 amazing artists that we have. Bobby Burgers, Artie Grimm, Melissa Chandon, Annalena Straub, and Igor Marina. And Igor got thrown in as an extra partner there. It's a beautiful blend of styles and techniques and subject matters that we hope you'll enjoy today. This is a painting by Bobby Burgers, an artist from Vancouver, Canada. She's known for her large gestural paintings of flowers. And I've been working with the artist for probably the last 20 years, and I've watched her evolve and grow as a painter. She originally did traditional floral paintings, bright colors, in tight shaped vases, and she really was much more controlled. And over the years, she's gotten more and more abstract with her work and just more free and open. In this particular painting, she really uses large brushstrokes and gestures to create this amazing energy and just passion in her work. She uses the raw natural canvas, and that she lets that seep through the petals. There's a kind of transparency and translucency to her work that you see in this painting, and it's quite magical. Bobby Burgers is interested in the process of decay, transformation, and metamorphosis in nature. We love how she's evolved as a painter and grown, and she's just doing these amazing large-scale works that border between representational and abstraction as well.
The Dutch artist Artie Grimm refers to art as a way of making beauty out of chaos. Usually an exploration of some of the human subconsciousness that comes out in abstract works. Maybe we see the sense of something organic, something totemic, monoliths, rocks, flowers. And at the same time, it's very much an exploration of color. She has a very distinct alphabet of color that she uses in her work. There's also a great amount of texture and balance because very often she's working from the floor. So she'll have the canvas on the ground and she almost dances around it. She's known for utilizing really unique materials in her application of the paint. Sometimes she's using tree branches, sometimes she's throwing walnut powder, sometimes she's mixing walnut oil with the paint to create a softness and a glaze. There's something really unique in how she's working with her own breath and her own physical movement on a larger scale. On this canvas, you can really see the almost childish exuberance that Artie brings to her work as she's dancing around it using her broom of tree leaves. She's creating a really incredible depth of color. I mean, she's not afraid to use the primary colors, these yellows, these reds, but at the same time, in what might even just at first glance appear like a large black form, there's this depth of blue, and as the light shifts over these works, they really morph. The partnership behind this painting is a very unique one. A married couple, Igor and Marina, have been together for 20 years and painting side by side. Actually, they're not side by side because they're not allowed in each other's part of the studio. But they do agree upon the portraiture and the decorations before they begin. Both were trained in a vigorous academic style, much more similar to the old masters than we're used to nowadays. What really defines their work is how it could never be created by just one artist. While Marina, much like the Dutch masters or the Renaissance painters, focuses on this almost flawless portraiture, it's Igor who is creating these abstracts, these rich textural backgrounds. His focus is the texture of the paint, the colors, the movement. He's creating these ornate backgrounds that can mimic sometimes a Klimt painting, sometimes a Kandinsky, and sometimes an ornamental rug. This work is actually inspired by a fairy tale where the beautiful princess has been turned into a bird by an evil sorcerer, and her knight in shining armor, her love, is determined to free her from this curse. The background originally started out as something rather traditional, pulling colors from a Persian rug the couple have in their home. Igor decided to make it a little bit more modern by bringing in these blockier chunks of color and these almost digital-looking elements. This painting is called Mikado by German artist Annalena Straub. It's a joyful piece. The artist is really wonderful about shifting this concept of the ideal woman we all so often see depicted in art, and instead kind of just show women as they are. She allows some silliness. She allows spontaneity and a kind of more natural beauty. A lot of her paintings are inspired by vintage photographs. She's taking these characters, these real people actually that you see in vintage photographs, and turning them into a part of the narrative in the here and now. The way she's capturing the faces, the drawing of the room, but also these elements of abstraction, these almost fluorescent spots of color, this wonderful outline that really gives this a wonderful vibrancy, joyfulness, somewhat feels like confetti, somewhat feels like the naturally occurring spots in old photographs. Called The Mikado, this is based on a play. It's based on something joyful, and you see a wonderful imaginative quality to the work.
This painting is by Melissa Chandon, a California painter that the gallery's been representing for about 10 years now. She is currently a teacher at UC Davis. She teaches color theory, and her work is all about color and balance and structure. As a child, she traveled around America with her family with an old Cadillac and an Airstream behind her. And many of her paintings are of traveling across America. Her paintings are vibrant with color and light, and her compositions are extraordinary. She starts with a cadmium red background, and then on top of that, she layers multiple colors. The greens, the blues. She loves to focus on the highlights and the water and the reflections. It makes you feel happy when you live with her work. It's warm and embracing, and you really get a sense of who she is when you look at her paintings.
We've worked very hard to find some of the greatest international emerging artists. And this is all provided by the generosity of the LA Art Show 2021. and their premier bank partner, Citi. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the show.